Good morning, good morning. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and I am here in Fredericksburg in historic downtown. And today we're going to be checking out Charles Street as part of our walking tour of downtown Fredericksburg. My name is Andrew Powers. I'm a local realtor and I've lived here for over 30 years. And in this series, I'm bringing you around all of the best of what Fredericksburg has to offer. It is 69 degrees right now. It's absolutely beautiful. It's supposed to get up to 89 degrees today. It's June 2nd. We're officially in summer, so things are starting to heat up here in Fredericksburg. Still absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and check out Charles Street together. here's another piece of history on Charles Street. A witness to history. Quote, there is probably no relic in Fredericksburg that calls back more vividly the days of slavery, according to a local historian, S.J. Quinn, in 1908. A sandstone block stood on this corner for over 170 years as witness to the auctions of enslaved people. It was placed here in 1843 for use when the adjacent hotel was built. The building still stands. The block will be on display at the nearby Fredericksburg Area Museum. Throughout the years, the auction block has been a controversial reminder of the city's dark days of slavery. In 2017, a member of the City Council urged city officials to find a new location for the block, and it was called a relic of time gone by, a time of hatred and degradation on a main thoroughfare fairway of our city. After extensive study and public engagement, the City Council voted to move the block to the Fredericksburg Area Museum. The block was removed on June 5, 2020. The City of Fredericksburg is establishing methods to tell a more comprehensive story of our community, both at this site and citywide, which will amplify underrepresented voices and enhance the inclusiveness of public spaces. Interpretation of this auction block site is currently in design and will incorporate information from oral histories, archival research, and recent archaeological investigations. All right, so we're stopped here on Charles Street, and I'm right in front of the James Monroe Museum. And I think this is actually a newer museum that was put together by the University of Mary Washington. My wife and I have actually toured it. It's pretty cool. They have a lot of James Monroe and the Monroe family's actual artifacts, their piano, their desks. There's a lot of cool things in there. And the reason it's in Fredericksburg is because there are a lot of historians that say that his law office was actually located in downtown Fredericksburg. So this right here is the entrance. The Masonic Cemetery, and I just showed you a few clips of that as we were walking by. So I'm going to read this here for you. The Masons of Fredericksburg, Lodge Number 4, ancient, free, and accepted Masons, organized as a lodge in 1752. They established this cemetery in 1784, and there are now approximately 270 graves within these grounds. Most are members and family members of the original lodge. But along the back wall are the re-entered remains of members of American Mason Lodge number 63, which had splintered off from Lodge 4 in 1799, but which did not last as an organization beyond the Civil War. The many graves within the sandstone walls reflect the population that was part of Fredericksburg's early development. Burials include people who came to Fredericksburg from England, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, as well as others from American towns such as Boston and Williamsburg. Numerous members of the lodge also fought in the Continental Army during the American Revolution. The Masons clearly helped to found a community as well as a nation. And as many of you know, Fredericksburg is known for being the home of Mary Washington, the mother of George Washington. There's the hospital named after her. There's the college, University of Mary Washington, named after her. And this is her home from 1772 to 1789. And of course, across the bridge, you have Ferry Farms, which was George Washington's boyhood home. This is also a museum that you can check out Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's another cool feature here on Charles Street. All right, folks, well, we have finished our tour of Charles Street. And as you can see, most of it is residential homes, but there are a few gems across Charles Street, like the Mary Washington House that's open for tours, the James Monroe Museum, which is pretty cool, the Masonic Graveyard. So there's a lot of cool, interesting history intermingled amongst all the private residences that are on Charles Street. Now, if you haven't been to Fredericksburg before, and you haven't driven in downtown Fredericksburg, you don't know this yet. But the streets are kind of weird, the way that everything is organized. And Charles Street that we reviewed, I mean, we covered the whole way to Charles Street to where it ends. There's another section of that Charles Street that is across the train station. So we'll cover that in another video when we cover the other side of the train station. But we covered Charles Street all the way to the end, at least the first part. And I thought it was pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed coming along for the tour. My name is Andrew Powers. I'm a local realtor, and if you are interested in moving into Fredericksburg or you have questions about Fredericksburg, if you want a tour in person or grab a cup of coffee, reach out, click on the link. My phone number's on there. You can send me a message, send me a text, I would love to connect with you and tell you everything that I love about Fredericksburg. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. I really appreciate you coming along on the tour. This is Living in Fredericksburg, and we covered Charles Street today. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I hope you have a blessed day.